Hey guys, Brian here with Be Free Productions. Today we're taking a look at the VST Buzz deal with the Impact Soundworks Percussion collection. It's about $113 and it includes a lot of really great percussion libraries. So we're going to look at each one, and this is just what you get right out of the box. There are more in-depth walkthroughs available online. So here we have the Forest frame drums, which is a smaller, more intimate style frame drum. So we have three different NKI files in here. That was the deep drum. We also have the forest drum. And then the third one is just called small drum. It only has two. But these are really well sampled, very detailed, smaller percussion for more intimate style tracks. And next we have Groove Bias, which is a vintage drum sound library. So you have a few different kits in there. I'm just using three of the kits that come included. So you have lots of dynamic layers there. Then we have the Super Freak kit. That first one was this Herodotus kit. This is the Super Freak kit. And then the Groove Bias tape kit. So yeah, full price, that's only $50. I was pretty impressed by how good that sounded. So I'm going to compare it real quick to the Abbey Road Vintage Drummer, which is part of Complete. It's like a Native Instruments staple. That's the Ivory kit. So that was Groove Bias, the vintage drums. Here's Momentum, which is the biggest collection of them. It's $150 new. It's a percussion loop. It's more for underscore, I feel like. It's a sound design type library. So there are a ton of instruments you can use here. Quite a bit of content there. And then depending on which key you press, it starts later in the actual sequence. So I have a few different layers of those. That was muted bass drum. I really love libraries like this, just kind of underscore percussive, rhythmic type stuff. So let's combine all those. You get a thicker. Now they have their own built-in effects, but I'm just, for the sake of doing it quickly. You know, just putting like a really quick filter on there adds quite a bit. You can do all this kind of stuff in the GUI as well. Just wanted to do it all to those instruments at the same time. And then we have Impact Steel, which is metallic percussion. There's an instrument in Damage from Heaviosity that has like a similar thing. They like use junkyard metals and stuff like that. So it's very abrasive. But you have quite a bit of instruments here, NKI files you can load up. So they have like giant hits. So they can be pretty unnerving and intense with those sounds. They also have like horror hits. And they also have smaller more tuned sounds. And then Meditation is one I've owned for a while. So I know a little bit more about this one. But it is, you know, kind of prayer bowls and gongs, and it also has a waveform to assign to each of those. But often I just use these samples by themselves. I also have a lot of reverb on there. If you play it dry, and there's lots of different sound sources as well. So I really love that instrument for like really subtle, meditative type sounds, of course. And then this last one, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to make a fool out of myself right now. I feel this one is kind of similar to the Meditation. You also have it designed. Which again are very subtle, very kind of meditative type sounds, somewhat haunting. So this is just a massive bundle that has, you know, these kind of sound design elements. It has the kind of unnerving steel metallic percussion. It has the relaxing meditation instrument, as well as these forest frame drums. It has real drum kit with the group bias, which is a more vintage sound, which I think is comparable to something like the Abbey Road vintage drummer. And then the biggest one is momentum. This one alone is worth the price of admission, in my opinion. I mean, I would pay $150 for this full price and be completely satisfied with it. But I really love these kind of rhythmic libraries. So you have a ton of possibilities there with that one. I'm especially a fan of the frame drums, momentum, and you know, the meditation I've owned for a while, so I know a bit about that one. But those two alone, the frame drums and momentum, I believe are more than worth the price you pay for this entire collection. And again, there's going to be more in-depth walkthroughs all available. Impact Soundworks is really good with that kind of stuff, and they have more demo tracks. But again, that was just, you know, a quick rundown of what you get. As soon as you open this stuff up, it's all instantly usable, lots of dynamic layers, and a lot of variety, especially with momentum. You know, I could be here for quite a while going through each of these sounds. But think of it as something similar to Evolve by Heaviosity. Maybe almost like Damaged, but not quite as aggressive. More like in the higher register, more hi-hat percussive type things, although they do have some pretty aggressive bass elements as well. So that's just a quick rundown. I think it is a really awesome collection. I'm very glad that I can add especially momentum to my palettes. I'll be using that a lot for like hybrid tracks and stuff, as well as meditation in the frame drums for more relaxing traditional, maybe world music type stuff. But it is a great collection. I'll have a link in the video. Once again, thanks for watching.